Hello and welcome to State of the Table. My name is Ryan, also known as Rezial, and this is my weekly hobby table update video. We'll get a quick look at the table, see what's been going on, see if anything's changed, if I've got any new projects, any new tips or tricks, or any new just things that I would like to go over for the week. If you are new, please do consider, if you're getting any value out of the content, give me a like, subscribe, share with your friends, and do hit that bell notification to get updates on any new videos coming out on the channel. I do like to try to keep the videos as close to 5 minutes as possible, so I'm going to try to do that yet again. We'll see. It's like an ongoing game, so let's get into it. So last time, for anyone who did see, I was having trouble with paint storage, and so I also was trying to get my Dark Angels begun, more or less re-begun, and so those are the two major things that have been going on. So let's take a look and see. We have indeed some Dark Angels Ravenwing on the table. I've got some of my speeders, I've got also got some infiltrators, and I do have some attack bike assembly going on. And what I've been doing is kind of going through and picking a couple of units that I can work on, one while I'm gluing certain things, and then like while I'm waiting on some things to like set up and go, I can do it in like an assembly style, and then I can wait till it's ready to be sanded and stuff like this. For anybody who's done that before with plastic cement, you know that it can be a little challenging sometimes to like get things sanded while it's in a drying state, so, or setting up, I guess would be the better way to say it. So you know, using like your plastic cements like the Model Master or some other type, if you're using Tamiya, if you're using Rezial, like whatever you're using. So that's how that goes. So basically what it is I really do, these bikes are an old kit, so I do want to get them as clean and nice as possible without those seam lines there, like when you paint them, so they won't even be visible and they'll look really nice. And I'm even rehabbing some older ones like I have here over here. Hard to see that one, but it is a little bit. And like this one here where I've been working on it. Got a little bit of work done, and then like these that are newer that I was putting together that don't have that finished. They are glued together, but they don't have that cleanup work done yet. So I'd been getting a lot of the sidecar work done to get those cleaned up. Actually, I decided to remove some of the rivets just to make them nicer, so don't always need all the rivets. And I've had myself a little station going for building this time around. I don't have any of my paintbrush stuff on. Also working on adding a couple of small details like extra tailpipe extension on these, just to make them a little bit better looking. So I can do that. That's not a big deal. I've got a K&S modeling style. This is a pipe cutter, or just a cutter for it. It's like a pipe cutter for like what plumbers use, but just way smaller. And it works on stuff like polystyrene tubing, which that is actually tubing. And so it does still require some cleanup in that. And of course I do have some of my special files and things that I use, but that is that. So to try to keep it sped up, that is going to be it for Dark Angel stuff for the moment. I do have some work on the speeders going on with magnetization. Fix this up so it's a magnetized Land Speeder Vengeance, but we'll get a look at that later. Main attraction is paint storage, and so I basically decided to go with nail polish holders that I found online after I saw not everybody, but quite a few people do use something similar to this. Here's the problem. These do take up quite a bit of space, and they do hold quite a bit of paints. As you can see, I've got a good setup going for my Citadel. I did go through and like set these up and sort of was messing with them, and I was trying to like organize things, but as I went back and forth, I was just kind of having trouble based on the paints that I own, like making it work kind of in a nice, logical, like helpful way, especially with my table setup. So I'm gonna end up having to do some customization on my hobby space to better accommodate these. I ended up I got 3, and that was not enough. And they also don't fit the space super well. So I'm going to show that off over here. I have been making do with this Harbor Freight part bin, which is nice, actually. I do actually recommend this to people if they want to try that out, if you can still find them. It's all like erector set style, like you put it together like nuts and bolts. Actually the same way these are just plastic, but with nuts and bolts. And you know, it rotates and you have all these bins. It's like 3.5 or 3.6, 3.6 or something like that. And so I ended up, what I ended up deciding to do based on this is I have this one here that made a lot of sense to have, like all my contrast and washes and a couple specialty things and Lumia medium and stuff like that up there. And then I decided to put in the rest of the stands, the risers, my dropper bottle paints. So, and then I put my Citadel in here. It's easier to get my Citadel stuff and harder to move the bottle paints in and out, into and out of this. And then I've also got some Tamiya and some weathering stuff and some AK and some inks and stuff like that. So just a little bit more random, because this is nowhere near full now, but then it's still not enough total storage. So I've got this, and I do sort of have them done by color category and some sort of like flow here. So we've got I think we've got all metallics, gold into silvers to golds to coppers, then blacks, then whites, then creams, then browns. And then I actually had to redo another shelf up here where it goes to like olive drab, like green brown, to greens, to blues, to reds, to flesh, to specialties like rust. And then finally I had a little bit of space left over for like my color shifts and things like that. So, and yeah, I mean, that is kind of what has happened. So I will have to modify this. You see, I've already done it before where I've torn a shelf out to fit this guy. I'm gonna have to lower one and then redo it, and then I may end up building a shelf across the top of the whole thing. We will see. We will see, because what I would like to do then, you know, I actually was able to clean out a little bit of storage on this guy and redo him a little bit, and he's okay, but he can be better, and so can this whole section. This whole section can be better too. So as I make Hobby Progress 2023, the past couple of years, some of my resolutions have been to get my hobby stuff done, get my backlog done, so I'm working on that. And as I get through that, I'll be able to actually modify this thing more for workspace rather than like model storage, because this is and we can see these all need to get done. Especially on this. They all need to get finished over here. So that is it, y'all. Without further ado, I would like to close it out. Do please check out the Instagram. I haven't been able to be as active in the past week on there as I had wanted to be because of some of the problems I was having, but I'm gonna start getting a lot more photos of changes to the desk and what's going on with the armies, and maybe some other random stuff up there, starting maybe even tonight. May get some more up there. And yeah, so that is at Little EIO, that's LITTLEIAO at Instagram. That's it, y'all. Have a great night. Bye for now.